Hi everybody, Tom Chapman here. Welcome to video 10.3 of my MapTool tutorial series. If you remember back, I have 3 different videos falling under the number 10 because they all have to do with taking tokens and putting them into MapTool. The first video dealt with using tokens that came with the mapping packs that you downloaded. The second video dealt with the RPTools utility token tool, and this video is going to deal with an online utility called Canva. I use Canva for a lot of social media things for my job. I've also used it to create letterhead and a bunch of different things, and I one day realized I could also use it to create tokens for MapTool. Now to go back to the adventure progression, this allows me to really customize things. So I've got these 3 tokens right here that I actually used Canva for, and I'm going to show you how I made them. And first, I'm going to open up my browser, and I'm going to go to Canva. It is canva.com, like canvas without the S. Now when you first get here, you won't have this. I'm already logged in. So you'll have to register. It doesn't cost anything. It didn't cost anything when I did it. And you'll see I already have a number of things down here for my music life, my professional life as a teacher, and for my grad school work that I'm doing right now. And first, you're going to see there's actually a few RPG things going on here. So I have what you saw on the last screen, People of Kessin, the token that I made. I also have some other ones with words on them. And I have this one, the NPC token, and I'll show you how I did that in a moment. For now, though, I'm going to show you how I did this. Now, it was pretty straightforward. I just used one of their designs, and I just clicked on social media here at the top. It's a perfect square, 800 by 800 pixels. And it opens it up for editing. So to get this to work, I'll open up this so we have it to compare to. To get a custom token like this, the first thing I need to do is I need to change the background. So I'm going to come over here to background. And I've got a lot of different choices to choose from, but the one I used is this one right here. And I'm going to select it, and it instantly pops that up. Now one thing to mention, if you look down here in the corner, it says free. Be careful on this website. There's a lot of free things you can use, but pretty soon you're getting down into these elements that cost you $1 each. And the problem with that is it's not, I'll pay $1 for this and I get it forever. It's, I'll pay $1 for this and I get it to use it for this one design. So be careful on that. It's an overall free utility until you click on the wrong element down here. So I'm going to select this again. Now that is not the color I want. I want this purple color. So I'm going to select the background, and if I click it, you can kind of see this dashed line around it. And I'm going to go up here to click on this color, and I'm going to pick a different color. And I want a purplish color. So I'm going to come up here. I go to this upper corner here, and I'm going to scroll it until I see that fading. And there we go. I have now created the color background. Now when I put text on it, I'll just click and I'm going to just pick that, add a heading. That's all I'm going to do. And if we come back here, you'll notice this is very easy to read. For most everything that you do, white is going to be the best font color so that you can see what you wrote on your token. So I'm going to sit here and let's say that I need a token talking about creatures in the room. So I'll say creatures in the room. First thing I notice, I do not like this font. And I'm going to have to change this font. It is not a very good font. Now the good thing about this is I can change it. So I'm going to click on that. And once I'm in here, I have all of these text editing options up here at the top. I want to change my text to be a better, more fantasy or Numenera type of text. So if I go over here, I had Volcorn. So I'm going to just have my cursor in there. I'm going to go down here to Volcorn. I'm going to select it, and I change the text. Now the next thing you'll notice is it's all in caps. I did not use the caps button to make that all in caps. Select in there and come up here, and I'm going to do uppercase. And it makes everything in uppercase no matter what. I'm going to make this a little bigger too, and let's make it 72. Now I have creatures in the room, and there's this other cool part of this utility. I want it centered. It's going to tell me when I'm centered horizontally or vertically on the page, and then I'm going to drag it over, and there I'm centered horizontally. And it shows me where that is. Now I have this. It's great. I go up here and click download. PNG, that's what I do all of mine as. Download. And it's going to save the design. And it's going to automatically download wherever my download files are. Come down here. And here I have my token I just made. Now that I have it, I can just click it, drag it to MapTool, and dump it in there, and then I can size it to however big I need. I need you to be large so I can see you, and there we go. I now have a Creatures in the Room token. Now, since we were also talking about NPCs, both friendly and unfriendly, I'm going to show you how I make NPC tokens using this program. So I'm going to come back here, and I'm just going to delete everything in here because I don't need it for what I'm about to show you. I'm going to start from scratch. And I'm also going to open up this. So here I have this creature. This is a numeric creature from the 9th World Bestiary, the Encephalon. And I'm going to show you how I made this. So to start with, I'm going to start with the background. I'm going to make it a just solid red background. Red, angry NPCs. And there we go. I have a red background. Now I need to make it so it's a frame. Now all this is a red background. And then I just put a black text box over it. So I'm going to go down here to Elements. I'm going to go to Shapes. And I'm going to click on this white box. But I don't want it to be white. So it's hard to tell, but it gives you some options up here. Over here, there's a Select Your Color. Come down. I want it black. I'm going to make this bigger. And let's see where that is. That looks pretty good. So again, I use the program itself to center my black text box on the entire thing. I've got my red background. Now I need to put an image in it. So like in the last video, I'm going to search for fantasy skeletons. Fantasy skeleton. Do a Google image search again. Here's the one I want. I know that. I'm going to click View Image. And this is what makes Canva kind of convenient. I'm just going to click up here where the link is for this image, and I'm going to Control-C and copy it. Come over here, go to Upload, and what I can do is I can upload my own images either from my computer, or if I paste Control-V, the link that I just copied, into the file name bar and hit Open, it will download it for me. Uh-oh, here's a problem I've run into. It is not the right type of image. So I'm going to go back, Fantasy Skeleton again. Go look at more images, and I think this one looks pretty good. View Image. Let's see if this one works. Yep, we got a JPEG here. Copy it. Try to upload again. Open. And I now have it in my image library. And I'm going to click it. And it dumps it into my file that I'm working on. Obviously, it's too big, so I'm going to take it and resize it. Now, at this point, you could just be done. That could be your skeleton token right there. But if you're playing like in Numenera, which has weird sounding things, or you want people to know the name, then we can just add some text. And I can call this skeleton. Line it up with the middle of the page. Make it bigger. Let's just say 42. And what did I use over here? I have Quattrocento for the text. So I'm going to go up to Quattrocento. Click it. Text changes. And again, I just come up here, click Download, PNG, and it's going to export this entire image as a token. Go down here to my Downloads folder, click, drag it to MapTool, and dump it in. let's put it on the map that I would actually use it for. So here we are, MapTool level 1, and I have my skeleton token. It looks decent for coming up with it completely on the fly, and I have that in the room. The last thing I want to show you with this is how to take an image from a PDF and put it into Canva so we can use it. So I'm going to go down here to my PDF. I still like this image of the wood golem that I used in an earlier video, so I'm just going to right click and copy selected graphic again. I'm going to come over to Paint, Control V, and paste it. Now this time I need to zoom out because I've got all this extra white space. I can't edit that out once I'm in Canva. I need to get rid of it now. So I'm going to click on this bottom box, and I'm going to change the frame. And I'm going to completely move it to there. Now I like this entire scene that they're showing here, so I'm just going to keep that scene there, even though it's a token. I'm going to Control S, save it as Untitled, and I'll go back to Canva. Go to Uploads, upload my own images, and this time I need to find it. I saved it on my desktop. It is Untitled, and now I have this. I'm going to get rid of the skeleton and click it, and there we go. Resize it, center it at least horizontally, change the name to Wood Golem, make it all caps, and there I have another one. Again, download. Wait for it to upload. And see it's still processing the image over here. We're done now. Download, download. And it's now in my download box. So I have this new one here. Click, drag it to MapTool, and there we go. I now have my Wood Golem token. And that is the basics of creating custom tokens in Canva. I can also go back, and if I want to change the border, all I have to do is click the background and say, I want it to be yellow. And now, ooh, that is an ugly yellow. And now I have a yellow background color, or I want it purple. I can change anything about this, and I can do it one element at a time. So there we go. There's the basics of using Canva and using it to create tokens in MapTool. Remember, if you make your own file, you probably want to go with the social media template because it gives you a perfect square to work with. And if there's anything you would like me to cover more in Canva, please let me know in the comments section below. Otherwise, I will see you in episode 11, where we actually start taking these tokens and putting information into them so that we can use them in the game. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.